This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2023 Zinger travel trailer. The model number is 328SB. Okay, so this is not a floor plan video, it's more of a how-to video. So I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? Okay, first of all, you have power stabilizer jacks here. And of course this is the switch, extend and retract. One switch controls both rear. There's a switch up front that controls both front. Okay. As I walk up here. Okay, so now this crank right here, you can see it's got a cylinder with a slot cut in it. Okay. If your stabilizer jacks ever fail, you can actually crank them manually by using this this right here. So you can always get yourself out of trouble if you have to. Okay. There's also another crank in here, a smaller one. This one here, and that's used for your power tongue jack. So if your power tongue jack ever fails, you can always get hitched and unhitched. You just have to pull this rubber plug off the top, put the crank on there, and you can crank it manually in an emergency, okay? So those are both good features, obviously. Going back down to the door side rear, you have a kitchen, outside kitchen. It has a, where am I at? Oh, it's already undone. It has a cooktop here. Now you have to plug the cooktop in. I have to look around to find the hose for it. It's probably inside. But there's a LP line. Oh, this one already has it connected, so here we go. All right, so this is the male end of the LP line right here. Right, that plugs into this quick connect, which is right here under the trailer. So that's how you connect your cooktop to the LP system. All right, you have running water and a small refrigerator, of course. All right, you have a power awning with an LED strip, 2 doors. This door goes right into the bathroom, so people don't have to run through your trailer. Kids and guests don't have to run through the trailer to get to it. Okay, we'll look at that more when we get on the inside. Now we're still cleaning it, so obviously the outside isn't washed yet, but it will be. So you have power, and then you have TV signal out, so you can watch TV on the sitting outside if you choose to. Now this is a black tank flush. It's on, in this case, it's on the door side of the trailer. So after you dump your black tank, we'll go over that in a minute. But after you dump your black tank, you can leave the black tank valve open, like it states on this sticker here. You can leave it open. And then you can turn on the water after hooking the hose up to you. Turn on the water, it'll spray the inside of your black tank out, clean off the sensors so you get an accurate reading, that sort of thing. So that's the black tank flush. Also on the side you have the fresh water fill. So the most common way to get water to the trailer obviously is the city water hookup, which is on the other side of the trailer. If you're camping someplace that does not have city water, whether you're boondocking or wherever you're at that doesn't have city water, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank. And you can use the pump, the 12-volt electric pump that's inside the trailer. You can use that to pump the water. All your plumbing will work as though you have city water. You'll just be pumping it from the onboard tank. I'll show you how where the pump switch is when we get inside. But that's basically between the two systems, city water and fresh water. You'll always be able to run your trailer. Okay. This white gate valve down here is how you dump your fresh water tank. So, okay, outside speakers. This is the vent for your range hood. So if you're venting to the outside, there's a baffle in there. You can't see it because it's black and black on black, and it's dark in there. But there's a little latch, 2 little latches you can flip, so the baffle flaps freely. When you're venting to the outside, right now it's locked into place. You keep it locked for travel and storage, but when you're venting to the outside, you want to open it up so the baffle flaps freely, and that way you'll vent to the outside, okay? Let's see here. This is obviously your front stabilizers. You have a dump hose, and this is a reduce a 30 down to a 20 amp if you need to. Okay, so you have your power tongue jack. You have two LP tanks, which are full automatic changeover regulator. You have a 12 or a deep cycle marine battery, and this is the kill switch for your battery. You can shut the battery off right there. Okay. The other side of your pass-through storage. Okay. Your slide outs are in at this moment. You have a 50 amp cord. It's a 50 amp system. So you have a 50 amp power cord, and you get the reducer to reduce it down to a 30 amp cord right here. And of course we give you that little one that I just showed you, that where you can use it to reduce it down to a 20. Now you can't run the air conditioning off a 20 amp system, but you can run everything you need to pack up your trailer and that sort of thing. Okay. All right. So black and gray tank valves. The black valve is always the larger one. Okay. Your water heater. Right now, this water heater is bypassed and it's empty because it's winterized. If it's not, it will be when you pick it up. He's still working on it right now. That's why I don't know. But at this time of year, we give it to you winterized. Just keep in mind, the switches operated are inside. You can run it on electric or gas. Just never run it without water in it. You can't run it dry or empty because you'll damage it. So make sure you have water in it before you turn it on once the spring, summer hits, okay? Alrighty. This is an outside shower. This is your city water hookup here, the most common way to get water to the trailer, right there. Cable and satellite through. This housing up here tells us it's pre-wired for a backup camera. That's a Furrion system, so you would get the Furrion camera that fits in that housing if you're interested in it. We have them here also. You can get them elsewhere, but just make sure you get the right one that fits in there. You have a ladder, which makes it easy to inspect your roof. The manufacturer states you should inspect your roof every 60 days. You're looking for cracking or separation at the sealant, so where water could get through. You're looking for damage to the roofing material or to the roofing attachments caused by, let's say, low branches or road debris flying up there. You're just inspecting it to make sure everything's in good shape. You're protecting your investment and staying ahead of things. If you see an issue, take care of it. Odds are you won't have to do anything to it except take a look at it, but that should be part of your regular maintenance schedule for sure. Okay, so let's get some lights going here. Your power awning is, let's see, we'll just do this here. Right like that, very simple. Never leave it out unattended. If you're not at the campsite, roll it in so it doesn't get damaged by the weather. Your water pump is right here. Use that to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. You also use that to winterize the trailer. You can light your water heater on gas or turn on the electric heating element. Never run it dry. Always make sure there's water in the tank. Right now it's empty and bypassed. Okay. Your battery's charged. Fresh water is empty. It's filled with water right now because we're testing it, but it will be empty. Right now it shows 2/3, but it'll be empty when we dump the water out of it. It graduates up at 1/3 increments, just so you know. Grade 1, grade 2, auxiliary you don't have to worry about. Okay. So slide out number 1. Whoops. We'll go out with it instead of in. So you just hold your finger on the button until you hear the ratcheting sound. The ratcheting sound is it just allows the slide room to slip a bit. It's like so it doesn't overextend or over retract. So as soon as you hear that ratcheting noise, you take your finger off the button. There you have it. And then number 2 is your bunk room slide. So you just listen for the ratcheting sound. There you have it. So So that's that. That's everything on the control panel. Okay, as we come in, we'll look at the fireplace next. This is the remote for your fireplace. Okay, so obviously it's a space heater, so keep that in mind. The fan really kicks out if you want it to. You can set the intensity of the flame. You have if you can see that, you have a thermostat on it, like so, and you also have a timer, so you can set the timer to turn on or turn off whenever you want it to. Okay. Okay. Your sound bar has a remote right here. So basically, this has FM radio, no AM for whatever reason. They seem to be not using AM on a lot of this newer stuff. I don't know. Excuse me. It has Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly from your phone or your tablet or whatever you have. It has a USB in, so you can put all your MP3s onto one drive and take them with you, all your music with you, that sort of thing. It has 2 speaker zones, A and B. A is inside the trailer, B is outside the trailer. So it does a lot. And of course there's a mounting bracket for your TV if you choose to get one. Okay. So your microwave works like any other microwave, right? Your range hood, we just talked about that. If you're running the fan, then you want to, let me turn some more light on here. If you're using the fan, you want to open that baffle outside so it can flap freely. Let me see if he's got the gas to even turn on here. It sounds like it. Yep. So it's that simple. So you have 3 knobs here and 3 burners. This is the sparker. You turn it clockwise to spark. And this is the oven knob here. So when it comes to the oven, you do have a light here, but all the way at the back, at the bottom, is a pilot light. You can see it sparking back there, okay? So what you're going to do, you go to the oven knob, you go to the picture of the pilot light, then you depress it. You keep it depressed while you're lighting it. You spark this till it lights down here. Once it lights, you still hold it for 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Then you go to operating temperature and it cycles as an oven does. But when you shut it off, the pilot light goes out. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Always travel with this shut. Okay. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green like it is. The LED should always be green. If not, get it serviced. That's important. If it detects carbon monoxide buildup or LP gas, it'll go off, obviously, and alert you. If that happens, you shut off the appliances inside, open the door, take everybody outside, leave the door open, shut the gas off at the front, and then figure out what's going on. Now, if it beeps very slowly, the same tone but very slowly, it's telling you your battery's low, so it's a low battery alarm too. So carbon monoxide, LP gas, and low battery. Okay? This device right here is your power converter. So this converts AC to DC power. So when you're plugged in when you're plugged into shore power anywhere, you have 110 AC right here. These are circuit breakers, 110 AC like you have at home. They're all labeled there. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC. On this side, you got 12 volt fuses, and they're all labeled. Okay, so it converts AC to DC. This is also a battery tender, so it'll sense how much energy your battery has and needs, and it'll send as many amps as you need up there. Like if it's topped off, it'll just send a couple amps to maintain it. If it's low, it'll send 10 amps or whatever it needs. So it's smart that way, but it'll always keep your battery charged. Of course, when you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle will charge the battery. So when you're plugged in, this does it. When you're pulling, your tow vehicle does it. Okay? All right. That's the power converter. Your refrigerator is very simple. It's a 12 volt DC compressor refrigerator. You light it up that way, plus and minus for your temperature. Then you have 3 different power modes. So at nighttime, you can put it on nighttime mode. It uses less power. You save some energy. Okay. Your thermostat is an analog thermostat. Try to always keep the fan on auto, and then you have heat all the way to the right, off, fan to the left, which is just the air conditioner running without the compressor. It just circulates air. And of course, cool is full air conditioning. Okay? Alrighty. So you can drop your table, take the leg mount off. You can drop the table down onto these cleats here. Use the cushions to fill in the space, and you've got yourself a bed. And then this is a jackknife sofa, so you can jackknife it flat. You got a second bed. Okay. Here in the bunk room, you have four beds. This jackknifes flat into one, of course, and then this drops down. Right now it's in the up position, so you can sit underneath it, but it drops down to another bed. This is an emergency escape window. In case you have to, you just push this all the way through, and then you grab the red tab and pull the screen out, and you can escape. There'll be another one in the front of the trailer too. Okay, and you have TV hookups here too, with signal and power and all that sort of thing. Okay. All right. What this is telling us right here, this is pre-wired for this either cellular or Wi-Fi signal booster. Most people don't use the cellular function. There's no real reason to, unless you know, if you work out of the trailer. Sometimes people do that. But if you're interested, it's pre-wired for that. There'll be a attachment on the roof where you can hook up an antenna, and then a router would fit right here. And so if you're interested in doing that, it's pre-wired. You can scan the code and learn what you need to learn about it. But it's a way to add a router to your system and to boost your Wi-Fi signal. Okay, so the bathroom. Sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. The toilet is an RV toilet, so you can't use it dry. You always have to remember that this is the flush pedal. That after you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. You'll come in here. The toilet, RV toilets always sit right over the black tank, so the black tank's directly below. So you'll come in here and you'll put a dose of chemical in there, and then stand on the pedal long enough to put at least a gallon of water in there, and then you're ready to use it. You have to do that. You have to have chemical and water in there, otherwise, if you don't, it can get clogged up and the smell will be terrible, and it's just a problem. So you never use it dry. Always start off with chemical and water in it. If you dump the black tank and you're still going to stay at the campground, you'd have to repeat the procedure. You know, you can't use an empty dry black tank. All right. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. So, the switch is on the other side. This is your bedroom. You have GFCIs here. All the plugs in the trailer, including the one on the outside, are wired through with a GFCI. So keep that in mind. If you're using something outside and it pops, you'll reset it in here. All right. And of course, this is another emergency window, just like the other one. You have TV hookup here with a signal. Keep in mind, these are, see the LEDs lit up? That's a digital signal booster for the antenna. If you're hooking a TV up to that or using the antenna, you have to turn these on, right? Because you won't get a good signal with them off. And they got a backer plate here if you want to get a swing out bracket so you can look at it while you're laying down. Okay. Alrighty, I think we got it. Let me look around a bit. I think we covered everything, didn't we? Yes, yes. Okay, yeah, you do have a second air conditioner here. I didn't mention that. It is a 50 amp system, so it's got 2 air conditionings. This one you operate with controls right on the unit. The main air conditioner is connected to the thermostat, of course. This one, you have your own thermostat here, and you have 2 fan speeds and then 2 air conditioning speeds. So, okay, that does it. All right, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof. That should be part of your regular maintenance. It's important. And right now this trailer is winterized, so the water's been replaced with antifreeze. The water heater is empty and is bypassed right now, so make sure you don't run the water heater without water in it. You always have to make sure it's full, okay? Thank you.